Good morning, investors and traders. This is Naim, Chief Market Analyst at AvaTrade, and welcome to our daily update on our YouTube channel. Before we begin, it is important for us to go through this disclaimer and risk warnings. Anything which we'll be discussing in this video cannot be perceived as an advice. If you are seeking for one, please do consider consulting with your own advisor. So let's have a look at the markets and let's talk about the markets, what exactly is going on. First of all, the Nasdaq index staged one of the biggest surge on Friday since April. And that rally, or let's just say, in fact, I'm talking about yesterday. If you look at the Nasdaq's performance yesterday, again, it becomes very, very clear that this particular move is dominantly driven by the tech sector. And I'm speaking of stocks like Google, Amazon, Apple, Twitter, Facebook. These are the stocks which are really driving the markets higher. Now, for investors and traders, it is all about, yes, okay, how can we really get exposure to that? So one way of doing that is you can actually buy the Nasdaq index itself, or certainly you can go and then use the options to buy calls, because the call volume on these particular single stocks is going through the roof right now. Now, why investors wanted to use call options is because, if you cannot afford to buy too many stocks, because obviously as a retail investor, you have a very limited amount in your account. So call options gives you this opportunity to go big on stocks with a lower amount. So that is the reason that we are seeing the increase in call options as well with respect to these stocks. But the most important thing for today is we are going to hear from Apple about its new iPhone. And of course, we also have the Amazon Prime Day today. So these two stocks are very much likely to move higher today. But when we look at the history of Apple's iPhone launches and its stock prices, what we see is that yes, on the day, just the day before the launch, the stock usually rallies, but on the day of the launch, the stock actually falls. Since 2010, I've done this huge comparison of the stock price and Apple's launch date for its iPhone. What I pretty much found out from that is that, okay, on the day that Apple launches its product, the stock actually falls rather than moving higher. Now, in terms of the fundamentals, what we really focused on is that, okay, what exactly is going to be in terms of earnings? Because remember, today we are also going to get earnings from JP Morgan and Citibank. These are the two major banks. And of course, BlackRock will be producing, but that's an asset management company than anything else. So for investors, what they wanted to see is that what is the situation with bad loans or loan provisions in technical terms. These banks are still increasing their assets or increasing their deposits in order to cushion themselves, in order to protect themselves from these bad loans because of the meager or feeble economic growth. And how are they positioned for the rest of the year? So this is what investors and traders will be very much looking at. In addition to that, we will be also looking at, what are the prospects for the second stimulus check, because so far things do not look that promising as they were last week. It seems like that second stimulus check isn't going to become a reality this particular week. That's all for today, and I'll see you guys next time.